Hello, welcome everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. This is a webinar on the BC partnership, BC collaboration with all the small MFIs, particularly. Anybody and everybody is invited, suppose so. So Krishna from Muthoot Microfinance, they have approached us to help them in this BC partnership thing. So that is why the webinar. And he will discuss. First of all, please let us go through whatever his proposal is. I have received so much of questions and inquiries about this proposal. So he will explain all of that, and then we will open the floor for each of you to ask your questions. So over to you, Krishna.
Yeah, hi. Thanks a lot for the introduction, Sangeeta. So let me just try sharing the screen. Uh, I believe you have to. I'm sending the request, so you might have to allow me.
Yeah, I have allowed.
Okay, thank you. Uh, is the screen visible?
Yes, yes. You can make it full screen.
Yeah. Now it's better, right?
Yes.
Uh, Thank you. Uh, so, dear leaders from the industry, is Jijimaman sir here, Sankita?
I don't think he is here,
Yeah. Okay.
but
Okay.
he might join. Yes.
Okay. Uh, so, uh, dear leaders of the industry, a warm good afternoon to all of you who have joined for the this event. Um, from Sri Thomas Muthoot, sir, chairman of Muthoot Microfinance, Sri Sadaf Syed, our CEO, Sri Udit Tulal, our CEO, and Sangeeta, of course, who has kindly helped to coordinate this event from Southern and other team members from Southern and Muthoot. It gives us an immense pleasure to welcome you to this big event where we shall inform the leaders here the unique features of our BC model and how we look forward to partner with the growing MFIs to dynamically develop and prosper together. Having said this, Sadhu sir, would you like to give some opening remarks?
Yes, sorry. You can hear me now. So, good afternoon, everyone. I think, first of all, great to see such a huge participation, and thanks to Sadhan for facilitating this conversation. The idea behind this whole preposition is to collaborate and build a sustainable business model for microfinance, not only for Muthoot Microfinance, but also for the benefit of the participating business partners, business correspondents. So, we understand that the industry is going through a challenge, but we think that the local smaller MFIs or the MFIs who are more experienced in that area have a deeper understanding of the borrower, a deeper understanding of the market, of the local market, and at the same time, organization like ours, being a large NBFC MFI, having a decent capital based and sources of funds, we will be able to collaborate to bring the funds, but at the same time, we can use the expertise of the smaller entities who are local and experts in the local area to build a good portfolio. The idea is to continue the service of microfinance to the borrower and at the same time help the smaller MFIs to grow. So that's the whole premises. BC is one of the ways we can always look at co-lending and multiple other ways to deepen this relationship. But right now, the subject that we are talking about is BC. Just to give you a background about Muthoot, you all know Muthoot is a very well-known name. We represent Muthoot Papa Chain Group, which is the popularly known as the Blue Muthoot. I've been with the group for last 15 years, and we have built this business from scratch, from zero. Myself and Thomas Muthoot, sir, we decided this idea to build this business along with Udesh also. And over the last 15 years, we have built this business, presence over 1,727 branches, almost 21 states covered, around 380 districts covered, and catering to around 3.4 million customers. But I think Muthoot is much bigger than that. If you look at Krishna, if you can go to the second slide. We are a large business conglomerate. We have interest. We are diversified in our nature of interest. We have automotive. We have automotive dealership with Honda, Yamaha, Jaguar, Land Rover, which is an exclusive dealership. We have hospitality business. We have couple of five-star hotels. We have five-star property in Taj Kovalam, which is managed by Taj, owned by us. Similarly, we have another property in Trivandrum, which is Hilton Garden, is again owned by us, managed by Hilton Group. And in Cochin, we have Novotel, which is again owned by us, managed by Accord Group. Similarly, we have interest in real estate, IT, information technology, IT infrastructure, precious metal, alternate energy. We have windmills in Tirunelveli, which are generating 24 megawatts of electricity. But if you look at that, we are a well diversified business conglomerate, but 95% of our business comes from NBFC space. We have four large NBFCs within the group. Largest being Muthoot FinCorp, which is into gold finance business, which has around 32,000 crores of asset under management. Then we have the subsidiary of FinCorp, which is Muthoot Microfinance, which is what we represent, which is around 12,300 crores of asset under management, second largest NBFC MFI in the country. Apart from that, we have another subsidiary of FinCorp, which is Muthoot Housing Finance, which is into affordable housing space, which is around 3,000 crores of asset under management. And we have Muthoot Capital Services, which is a standalone listed entity, which is all into two-wheeler and vehicle finance space, which is also around 3,000 crores of asset under management. So put together, more than 50,000 crores of asset under management within the group. Apart from that, we have insurance broking business and financial services and chit fund business. But what we bring to the table is the collective suite of product which we can offer to the customer, so we can cater to the life cycle need of the customer. That is what. Apart from that, the focus is on technology. So we have a very, very strong technological backbone. Muthoot Microfinance itself has a 100-member technology team which has developed our LMS, LOS, our customer app, fulfillment app. Everything has been developed. And over and above, we have a super app, which is Muthoot FinCorp One, which is developed by FinCorp. We have hired state-of-the-art kind of technology and also experts from the industry, people who have worked with earlier Flipkart and Walmart as CTO have joined us and helped us develop the Muthoot FinCorp One app. So without a shadow of the doubt, in terms of technology, in terms of experience, and Muthoot being a household name, having 130 years or 38 years of legacy, it really creates an kind of a platform for us to cater to larger set of customers and cater to larger amount of services. What we don't have right now is the local expertise, maybe in deeper geographies, somewhere in northeast where we are not present yet, we have just started, and somewhere in west where we are not present everywhere. So those are the areas we want to focus, and that is the idea behind this BC partnership. The idea is to collaboratively continue to service the customer, at the same time build a very, very robust, sustainable, strong portfolio. The credit underwriting quality is one thing which is very important. And with Muthoot, without kind of taking too much time, we assure us two things that we really, really pride ourselves on is one is trust with the customer, and second is transparency. So we would like to work in a manner that we are able to offer services to our customer as well as BC partner in a very transparent manner, and we maintain the trust of our customer and as well as our BC partner. So those are the two things that are the fundamental pillars of this relationship. And of course, the third pillar is collaborative growth, which will always help us to collectively kind of continue to grow and cater to these customers. How we will go about it, I'll let Krishna Chandra explain. Krishna Chandra has joined us a few months back, and he's a expert in this relationship partnership business, and he has worked extensively in microfinance space. He'll be taking you through this presentation. Please feel free to ask any questions because we want this to be a kind of a discussion where we can understand also what is the expectation from the partners, and we can come out with the best suited product which can cater to needs of us and needs of our partners as well as our customer. It has to be a win-win situation for all. So I'll stop here, and I'm happy to answer any questions if anyone have. Meanwhile, Krish Chandra will take you through the presentation, and feel free to ask any questions that you would have. Casey, over to you.
Thanks a lot, sir, for the wonderful introduction about our company as well as the group. As Sir has already mentioned, we have grown by leveraging technology and experimenting with products to the fullest possible extent. As you could you could see, like one thing we are also very proud of is now our customers who are eligible could instantly get a loan from our customer app. We have dispersed nearly 1 lakh such like loans to our customers. So these are the numbers already. Our CEO has spoken. The map shows our geographical spread. We are trusted by more than 34 lakh customers spread across 22 states. Our 15,000 plus strong team has helped us to cross an AUM of 12,300 crore last year. And coming to our BC business, these are some of the few advantages we offer to our BC partners. First of all, our BC partners could retain their current operational model as well as the in-house or current software that they are using. Our partners need to share only the relevant data with us through APIs. For any growing MFI, particularly in the current context, as already mentioned by Sadaf sir, one of the most crucial aspects is to have a sufficient financial muscle to support the aspirations of the customers. By partnering with Muthoot Microfinance, we shall ensure that our BC partners are adequately supported to compete in the market. Also, unlike the usual BC models wherein the BC partner is allowed to only do income generational loan, we are open to have multiple products. This shall help our partners to increase the customer stickiness as well as ensure that the margins are improved in the business. And of course, being our partner would also mean access to Muthoot's technology stack if at all needed by the partner, and learning from companies' rich experience in the microfinance sector. So briefly, we are showing the features of our core income generation loan product. We offer microfinance loans through JLG model to women from the microfinance households. our ticket size starts from rupees 10,000 and goes all the way up to 1,20,000 to the eligible customers. We have both monthly as well as weekly repayment schedules with tenors ranging from 1 to 3 years. Here are the features displayed. This is the proposed BC model. In the first phase, we are looking to partner with organizations operating in the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and of course Kerala. But as sir has mentioned, our aspirations is to be there as a leading BC service provider pan India. So if there are good MFIs out here who are from other states which are not on the list, then also we are open to them. This would be an FLDG based model. The customer onboarding process of our BC partners, it could be physical or digital, but using our APIs, the digital verification of the KYCs would have to be carried out. And the loan agreement signing would also be done digitally using our API. Of course, the revenue sharing, as already shown here, it would be very transparent and would be done in a timely manner to ensure that both of us can grow together and win together. And there would be a real-time monitoring and data exchange, wherein we would not be looking at an absolute monthly sharing of data. We trust and look forward to our partners sharing the real-time data with us through an API. This is what we would be looking forward to in the proposed model. For our potential BC partners, we want to who want to leap forward in their growth journey through our partnership. These are the next steps shown here. You may please drop a mail or a hi over WhatsApp on the emails as well as the phone number, which we would be displaying next. Once we get the interest, we shall get back to you quickly to sign an NDA and also share the data formats in which you may share the relevant data with us. Once the data is submitted, our team shall conduct physical interactions with the leadership of the potential partners along with the field audits. Once and maybe a week from then, for the selected entities, the agreements could be signed with us. And in parallel, we could also move forward with the API integration and whatever minimal training would be required, so that we can then the aim is to start the disbursement as soon as the FLDG gets par. So the timelines that we have in mind is to once the interest is given to us, then maybe within 6 to 8 weeks from that point, we would like to disperse the first loan. These are the timelines that we are looking forward to in this model. This is all from our end. Here are the email IDs and phone numbers that we had mentioned. So thanks a lot for giving us your time and valuable attention. We would be now pleased to take any questions that you would have. Our leadership team is here. Thank you.
So before we get into Q&A, just wanted to outline. So a couple of things which Casey mentioned, that we are an organization which has both models, a weekly model as well as a monthly repayment model. So if the MFI or the partner is operating at a monthly model, we can do that. If it's weekly, we can do that as well. We are flexible in terms of The idea is to build a joint liability group portfolio, but if there is some proposition for individual loan portfolio, we can look at that as well. Depending upon it fits into the contours of our product mix, which the product definition are. The pricing that we are looking at is around 24% to 26% of interest rate and 1.5 to 2.5% processing fee. And tenor could be 12 months to 36 months. That is what we are looking at in terms of the product. The sharing would be with anybody who's partnering with us. There'll be 60/40 kind of a sharing, which would be there. And if it's a co-lending model, then of course it's based on the co-lending premises of 80/20. That'll be there. And in terms of what we are essentially looking at is lending in a manner where we are underwriting the risk appropriately. This is one of the key areas that we focus quite a lot, and we also bring on the table our learning, our risk management tools, such as NatCat insurance, such as our credit scorecard that we have built. So all of that would be utilized for building this portfolio. So there'll be a local know-how as well as our portfolio level of understanding, which will help us build a better portfolio. The FLDG requirement is 5% on the origination. So, and we are looking at companies with adequate network to partner with and with a good quality of portfolio and track record. I already see some questions are there, so I'll start answering some of them. Can we be able to serve it in Northeast state? Yes, sure. We are looking at Northeastern states. So wherever we are already entering into Assam, so if there is some proposal in Assam or any other state from Northeast, we are happy to look at that. Oh, yeah. I think somebody from Finnos or FinTech wants to ask a question. Please feel free to ask your question.
Hello.
The minimum AUM for eligibility is the question, right?
Correct, sir.
Yeah, so we have a minimum net worth eligibility, and 50 crore is the minimum AUM, and 5 crore is the minimum net worth.
Okay.
Yes, as I think Mr. Hariharan Iyer has asked, any share on the processing fee. The whole process, the interest and the processing would be shared on the agreed proportion as per the FLDG and the liability. If it's 60/40, then processing fee will also be 60/40, or if it's 70/30, then 70/30.
Myself, Ranjan from Wipro Financial Services Private Limited,
Yes.
and we are a West Bengal-based organization. So, as per your present forecasting, you are going for 6 states in which West Bengal or Bihar is not present. So, what is is there any planning from your side that you start in West Bengal?
West Bengal, we can look at. Bihar at the moment, we are not looking at.
Okay, so can we say send our interest?
Yes, please.
From West Bengal. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, hi, good
Thank you.
afternoon, sir.
Thank you.
Myself, Jatin Paliwal from Kulder Investment from Rajasthan.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, like this sir said, you are not looking for Rajasthan. So currently, we are working in 8 states. And sir, I would like to know, you have specified the LPA fees is above 50,000 loan or lower ticket size also?
Lower also. Lower also, processing fee would be there.
Would be applicable for the BC?
Correct.
Okay, okay. And thus these loans are under cover on FMCG scheme of the government?
No, we can take it. Right now, we have not taken any guarantee, but we can take the guarantee as per the product profile. If it's an individual loan, then it would be CGT MSME or CGT MSC. And if it is a group loan, then CGMFU.
Okay, they will be covered, right, sir?
Yeah, we can apply for that. Yes.
Okay, but right now with some of the banks and BCA, they are going on non-FLDG model.
See, non-FLDG model we can look at, but the portfolio has to evolve over a period of time. Once the portfolio is there, then we can. But what I understand of the non-FLDG model, it's subordination of the entire receivables,
Right, sir.
which is even the primary kind of installment. So it's not really a 5% FLDG, it's entire principal and interest is subordinated.
Right, right, right. Because some of the banks have started, and we have also started the non-FLDG portfolio with the banks. That's why there is from a small organization there is 5% of FLDG, so there is quite a burden for them. That's why I asked this model is from a non-FLDG or not.
Currently, we have not a non-FLDG model.
Okay.
We can evaluate the agreement as it comes.
Okay. And so the BC share will be 8%, 10% of the total
So
26.
depends upon the what is the ultimate pricing that we set on the loan that we are originating. So if it's a kind of a 26% loan, so on the interest rates, it'll be around 10% for the BC.
Right.
And
And
yeah,
like, including PF and interest both, sir,
yeah, correct.
10%.
Uh, I think Mr. Soumya GDF has asked whether we'll have exclusive branches for your BC. Ideally, yes, we would prefer a exclusive branch for BC so that there is no commingling of portfolio within the BC's own portfolio as well as our portfolio. However, to start with, we can look at dedicated areas where we can identify that there would be no lending from your side on those areas. But ideally, in the long run, we would want a dedicated separate branch. Akshay Sutar, GU Financial Services, whether the proposed BC model is open to Odisha. Odisha is not in our target area as of now. We are happy to look at neighboring states like West Bengal and other states, but not Odisha at the moment. Sorry. Mr. Davidson from Habitat, there's a scope for address home. Yeah, so on the graduation of loans, on the individual loans, we are happy to look at that as a collaboration and partnership. LAP is what we are looking at, not so much as housing my finance kind of a loans. But again, the pricing has to be appropriate, and we are happy to look at that. Yeah, I think Piyush's question is also similar regarding individual lending. We are happy to look at individual loan partnership as well. Mr. Amit's question is on the secured lending. What is the nature of the product? If it's a LAP loan, then we are open to it. Or if it's a gold loan, then we can partner with it. What is the other type of secured that you're looking at? We would have to look at the subject. See, Finnosoft FinTech has mentioned, can they be a partner? See, essentially, there would be a need of a middleware, whether or not we are looking at API to API integration. If the software of the BC partner is sophisticated, I think we have the capabilities of integrating. But other than that, I don't see what is the fintech partnership because we are looking at expertise at the ground to source from the technology side we can provide. But maybe on the sites you can take over the discussion with the Krishna Chandan and discuss what you can offer. I think somebody from Oppo has mentioned. I can't really answer that unless I know who's asking the question. If you can elaborate your name and ask that question, that'll be uh, Rajendran. For lab, is there an FLDG? For the ideally, if it's a secured loan, the FLDG would be there, but it'll be slightly different mix and slightly different context, because still the origination and underwriting is with you, so there would be some amount of FLDG would still be there. Oh yeah, same question from Hariharan. Yeah, we will be there for a secured lab. Will you provide LOS and LMS? I think what Casey mentioned very clearly is that we are looking at API integration from LOS, LMS. If you have a good system which you can run your own, and we would like to have day-to-day update on the client on a real-time basis. So your system should be able to kind of feed in the information that we need in our system. In that case, it will be okay. Otherwise, we would have to look at alternate.
Can I request everybody to please ask the question yourself rather than typing it here so that sir can answer? Oppo CPH2337. The name is not visible. That is why sir couldn't answer your question. Can you please ask it yourself?
Sir, I'm Neeraj from Ananya Prayas Finance.
Yeah.
So interest rate you had told me 24 to 26%. So more than 26% we cannot approach?
But at the moment, we are looking at 26% at the cap, but we can definitely look at, you can bring us a proposal, we can evaluate. If that is fair and true to the customer, then we will definitely look at, but we don't want to go at a very exorbitant interest rate.
So our minimum rate is 28.
28.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what the advantage you bring for the customer. The customer gets a loan at 26%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Sonno from Grameen Development Finance from Assam. Sir, the disbursement will be directly to the clients, is it not?
Yes, correct. All disbursement 100% into the bank account of the customer. There will be no cash disbursement.
And what about the repayment? They will pay it directly to Muthoot or it will go through us?
So for a JLG business, we are looking at center meeting process of collection. So that is where we are dependent on the BC's abilities to collect at the center meeting, and then remit it to a control account, and where the money would be pulled in and will be separated as per the agreement and given it to each of the entities. For an individual loan, we can look at NACH or electronic means of debiting the EMI. But ultimately, if there is a bounce in EMI, then or the NACH mandate, then it will be a responsibility of the BC partner to go and collect that.
Okay. So what will be the date for the, suppose if it is for JLG collection, the remittance? Yeah, for the JLG collection, what will be the timeline for remittance?
We operate on a EOD basis. So end of the day, the entire money, ideally, or whatever is digitally collected, it has to be real time. Rest has to be end of the day collection.
So suppose the MIC is updated and accordingly it will be like transferred to your account.
Yes, so that's why we are operating on a real-time basis, like API connection. So we will get to know of each and every account that what money has been collected, and that same amount has to be remitted within that day. And if there is some lag because of the collection happens late, then maximum 1 plus T plus 1 day. But beyond that, it is not be allowed.
Thank you.
I think Samavesh, somebody has asked whether we are open to Jharkhand, you mean to say?
Yeah. Yes.
Not at the moment. Somebody from Lenovo has asked something. I won't be able to answer unless I know your name.
Aritra, can you ask your question, please? You have multiple questions.
Yeah, sir. Hello, good afternoon. This is Auditra from Dosa Fincare Private Limited. We are a BC company actually. So my question is that will you allow the API integration with our software?
Yes, that's what our preferred route is.
Okay. And what about FLDG creation process? It would be cohort based.
Yeah, so it would be based on the portfolio that we develop with the partners. So there would be 5% FLDG on the portfolio that we originate with you. And whatever is the agreement, proportionately, we will keep parking the FLDG.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hi, Sadaf. Siddhan this side from Grameen Shakti. So in terms of secured loans, so are you only looking for the lab or any kind of MSME secured would work for you?
What kind of security, underlying security you're talking about?
For example, if someone has the business, so the hypothecation of stocks and all, so
No,
it will not work.
no, that won't work. Only LAP or gold finance
Okay.
we can do as a collateralized.
Yeah. And the MSME can be done as a unsecured?
Yeah, unsecured individual loan, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Sundararajan sir.
Associate flats. The FLDG, suppose if the limit is sanctioned, initially 5% of the limit we have to pay, or based on the royal we have to pay progressively.
So, sir, for example, if we agree to do business of 10 crore, so we agree to pay a 50 lakh FLDG for that. So up to 10 crores, that would be the FLDG. If we go beyond that, then the FLDG will of course increase.
Hello, sir. This is Sanjeev from Grameen Developments from Assam. I just want to know one thing, sir, whether the sanction of the loan is from your end or we can also sanction the loans.
Sanction of the loan would be our system. It will be completely system driven. Once you put in the data, it will automatically run a scorecard also we have. And it will show that what are the loans that have passed and what are the loans which have not passed. Of course, there would be challenges like you made a group of 10 people and only 3 people passed. So you will be allowed to add members to that group. And there is also a process of deviation. If you think that certain deviations, certain reject reasons are mitigatable, so you can give a mitigation and we can relook at that case.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, this is Sampath Kumar from Shiksha Finance.
Yes, sir.
What are the commercials on the lab product?
Sir, LAP, again, we are looking at around 24% interest rate and similar 60-40% sharing.
Thanks.
Mr. Sadaf, good afternoon.
Credit check whether we have to go or would be in your system.
Mrs. Sundar, can you repeat the question?
The credit check, CBIL check.
Yes, sir.
Will be on with us or will be doing it?
We can do it. The credit check, we can do it. It's just a very automated system. You just have to put in the key information. Automatically, the data will sync in with the credit bureau, and real-time basis in a fraction of a second, a couple of seconds, you will get the credit information report. And
the charge should be paid by us.
Charge would be paid by us, not a problem.
Mr. Sadaf, can you tell us more about your co-lending model? Would the condition will different or it will remain the same, like FLDG, interest rate?
No, co-lending, there is no FLDG. Co-lending again would be a pricing which vary between us and you. You can lend a price which is reasonable, but again independent to you. And our pricing would be in the range of 24 to 26. And we would like to have an 80% share and 20% share. So co-lending would be in a true sense of a co-lending that we lend to the same customer simultaneously. For example, a 1 lakh rupee loan is sanctioned to the customer. We give 80,000, you give 20,000, and the responsibility of the collection would be with you. But ultimately, like whatever interest we are charging, we will get, and whatever interest, the money will move to a control account, and from there it will get split based on the interest rates.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
My name is Deepak Shukla.
Yes, Deepak.
I'm from Finso FinTech.
Yes.
I'm basically advisor of some MFI and NBFC,
Okay.
where they are generally looking for this type of partnerships.
Okay.
So can an NBFC can able to do a BC partnership or co-lending for a lab product, rural lab?
Yes, that's what it is all about.
Okay, but their AUM is small, sir. What AUM you require is 50 crores. But
Yes.
right now, so many MFIs and NBFCs, they don't have crossed that limits.
Yeah.
They are ultimately they are doing a business around 18 to 20 crore max, because due to they don't have sufficient funds or a partnerships.
Yeah, we feel that 50 crore AUM is minimum that is required for us to understand the quality of the asset and kind of sustainability of the business. Yeah.
So less than that, we cannot able to do.
At the moment, no.
Okay.
Mr. Sadaf, good afternoon. I'm Somnath from Kuldhara Investment Private Limited.
Yes.
I'm glad taking on the platform. Couple of minutes just of yours. You just said about the sanctioning being done from your end, and so should we understand that the disbursement follows the same path? Like it's going to be from your end as well,
Yes, disbursement would be directly from our bank account to the customer account.
directly from your end. So in that aspect, just wanted to understand: do you all follow the penny credit process?
Yes, we do a penny drop.
You do a penny drop on that part.
We have also eKYC license, so we can do eKYC and penny drop and all of that. Yeah.
Perfect. So for that co-lending portfolio in which you are following the penny credit at your end, BC will not necessarily need to do it because it might go into a repeated work in that case, right?
Correct.
Clear enough. That's what I want to know. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I think somebody asked Satya, what is the BC partners risk? See, I don't want to be in a situation where I have to invoke FLDG. The idea is to build a sustainable and good quality business. So when we are together in this, the risk is as much as mine, as much as yours, because I don't want to partner with somebody who looks at 5% risk and 95% is somebody else. Then that's not an equal relationship. So what we want to look at is to build a portfolio 100, 200 crore with minimal kind of credit cost, which has been the way the microfinance has operated at 1%, below 1% kind of a credit cost. Even in the current scenario, if it is elevated a little bit around 2%, 2.5%, ideally acceptable. But definitely, the way to look at it is not that what is BC's risk or what is NBFC's risk. The idea here is to build a sustainable, good quality portfolio. I don't want the work that BCs have done for so many years. You have served so many good customers, but at the end, because of lack of availability of the funds, and also because of the current prevailing environment, those very customers, good customers who have paid, are not getting funds from anywhere. So for us, the idea is to serve them to ensure that they continue to get credit. So that's the idea. We are not really looking at passing on our risk or taking on unnecessary risk.
Sir, Sampath Kumar from Shiksha Finance.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you just mentioned about the market and what we are all going through right now. So many organizations have gone ahead and done some 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loans also in some cases, you are aware.
Correct.
So in your credit decision engine, how exactly has it been built now to ensure that minimal loans are being given, and how are you kind of going to take care of this whole thing, because already there are issues, and it's really difficult to get a group of even 5 people, 6 people, 4 people also now. So how are we going to manage that, and what's your expectation around, for your partners around this area?
Yes, that's a very good question. So our rule is very, very strict. Not more than three lender. We will be the third lender, and through the BC partner, and we count all loans that the customer has, and we not only do a credit bureau check for the customer, we also do a credit bureau check for the co-borrower at the household level, and we take all the loans into consideration, and then only we count the loan. Three active loans. That is what we are looking at. We could be the third. Unlike many of the other players where the rejection rate is hardly 5-10%, we have a rejection rate of almost 50%. But that's the cost that we are willing to bear to ensure that the quality of portfolio is good. So there is no question that we will go at fourth lender or a fifth lender. It will be only three lenders, and entire system is automated based on the credit bureau report. The information would be populated by the system, and there would be rejection or approval based on that. So the system will say the rejection because of multiple loans outstanding, and it will show also that how many loans the customer is having. If the customer is willing to close any of those loans and come back, we are happy to look at that.
On the group size, sir, the second part of my question was on the group size. So if you could answer that as well.
Yeah, the minimum group size that we are looking as 8 members. That is the minimum group size that we are looking at. Ideally, it should be 10 and above. We on our operations we have an average of around 10. That is what we are looking at. If the idea of having BCs is to go into areas where we don't have operations and to cater to customers who are not reached by so many microfinance companies. So we are looking at customers who are new to credit or customers who are not served by other microfinance companies so much. So definitely, if we go in those areas, we will get better group sizes. That's our anticipation. That's the idea of BC here. So
My
that's
question is there any restriction or any pressure that we should avoid minimum this much? Suppose 10 crores actually got, and in a month, the minimum could have related to avoid from you like that. Any restriction will be there? Any
sorry, sir,
condition?
I didn't get you your question. If you get a 10 crore sanction,
Every month we have to minimum 2 crore or any amount to fix it for this person that much we have to avoid from this person.
sir, we will jointly, once we sign the BC agreement jointly, we will jointly agree on the quantum that we want to do and how much monthly we want to do. Based on that only, we will give any sort of, it's a very flexible arm's length kind of an arrangement where we want a win-win situation for both BC partner. We have ourselves been a BC partner for banks, so we understand the pains. We will not give an unreasonable requirement, but definitely we would want both you to also prosper and our company also to continue to gain from this.
All the documentation will be paperless.
Yes, from our side, it's absolutely paperless. BC technology should be capable to integrate with us. For us, there is not a single paper except for the basic regulatory document that we need to give to the customer, which is like a loan card, sanction letter, and agreement that we have to give to the customer.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Akshay from GU Finance, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, since your proposed model is not open right now for Odisha, so since you are a big player in the industry, so is not it possible to start a relationship through a small ticket size of term loan?
Yeah, term loan conversation is completely separate, Akshay. Definitely, we will look and evaluate GU if you're talking about GU for a term loan. But that's a slightly different kind of a conversation. how the company is structured and what is the kind of portfolio quality and repayment and exposure. We look at that. But that's a separate conversation. This is not for that.
Okay.
Sir, do you have any special due diligence format?
We have a contact point verification format, which requires the normal GRT process and the house verification process, where the credit officer has to go and verify that what are the household articles the customer has, and a personal discussion. Because a loan utilization check for us is mandatory, even though the RBI does not ask for it, but we do it. So at the time of giving the loan also, we have to ask that what is the purpose of the loan, verify that also by visiting the house. So those things are there.
Thank you, sir. It is field level. Actually, our question was asking your due diligence for partnering.
Okay.
Partnership.
Yeah. So for partnering, of course, we have minimum criteria we have told you, but we look at financial parameters and other things, which is our internal risk management committee will look at it, and they will recommend based on the track record of the entity and the financials of the entity, of course, last 3 year financials and your portfolio report. And we will also look at the what do you call scrub from the credit bureau, and what is the data reporting quality based on this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think Soumya has asked minimum and a maximum loan size. So we start from 10,000 up to 1.2 lakh.
Sir, can we start new branches? Means for exclusivity. Actually,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, you can start new branches, no problem.
Okay.
Sir, this is Somnath Banerjee again from Kuldhar Investments Private Limited. Just a couple of minutes more. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. On the repayment or the collection front, is it going to be 100% responsible of the BC to ensure the repayments and the collection is being done on time?
Yes.
Or it is going to be with the BC, right? So, be it a manual function or or digital mode, that we will be doing at our end, and we have to send a report to Muthoot on a daily basis. Is that so, as understood?
So there'll be an API integration with the system, and everything that is getting uploaded in the BC format will be reported to us on the collection and also on the progress of the loan, whatever it is. And
Perfect.
we also have a digital app which is for the customer. The customer can also download that app and make the payments, so that will automatically reflect with us.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask one thing. It's like on the current scenario, we use certain thing called QR, which by which we get the payment directly to an account, an online mode. Since you said that you will be providing loan cards and all those stuff, would you be also providing something similar in the loan card itself as a QR or something, or maybe
Yeah,
the app
QR
itself?
would be there on the loan card. That's not a big deal, but we have moved much beyond QR code. And there is dynamic QR, and also there is Natch and other things also. So the
Right, sir.
customer can initiate by an SMS a dynamic QR, and she can do a transaction on that.
Perfect, sir. And last question is I'm sure it would be, but just want to understand of the frequencies of any audit perspective from your end and the
Yes,
fee.
there'll be a quarterly audit which will be required for the entire portfolio that he originates, and it'll be your process, of course, would be on a monthly or whatever the process is for your audit. Those reports should be accessible to us, but at the same time, our team should also be able to inspect portfolio if they want to.
Perfect, sir. Understood. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I am actually committed to join another call at 4 o'clock. So for me, 4 is a hard stop. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for participating in this call and asking your questions. I'll drop off, but Casey is there and Sangeeta is there, and Ms. Rodish Ullas is also there. Feel free to continue to ask, and you can further engage with us to take this conversation forward. We look forward to build a healthy relationship and a healthy partnership and a win-win situation for all, for us, for you, and for the customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Casey,
Thank
sir,
you, Sadaf.
I want to ask one question. Where you are functioning, microfinance is there. Where you will be allowing for PC partnership?
Sir, can you please repeat? I could not hear you. Sorry, sir.
For example, you say X place. Say for example, Sirgat. There is already Muthoot Microfinance is there. If we have a branch there for PC partnership, whether we will be allowed, because it will be an exclusive branch for PC, whether you will accept or not.
Yes, it is possible. What in our model, that is under added advantage that we are offering to our BC partners. You could be there in an area we are already there, and what would happen is sometimes it could be also that the customer is already there with Muthoot Microfinance, right? So the first right of refusal would be there with Muthoot. Okay, if Muthoot is unable to, again, like since she is already there, then the BC partner could lend to her from as an own portfolio customer. Yeah, the provided is the first right of refusal come to us. That's how it would be.
So we cannot have two loans in the same survey. But we can have a branch. Only thing is the customer who is having the loan from that will not be eligible. Okay.
Yeah, Sampath Kumar here from Shiksha Finance. On the lab product, what is FLDG?
That we would be able to. Udish, would you like to comment?
I think Siddharth sir has already talked about it. So the lab product, the pricing is differ from what the IGL loan. So we need to look at what is the end price to the customer, and we can definitely look at maybe little smaller than what we ask for the IGL. So it will be right now it's 5% for the IGL. Maybe we need to work around and see what is the end price to the customer, and we can definitely look at a revised FLDG for lab product.
If there are no further questions, then
hello, sir. This is Shubhro from Asha International. Sir, my question is, can we get a product kind of a thing where in the entire thing, the financials, as you mentioned that just before that, that based on the end, customer credit, the FLDG, the other things will be decided upon. So can we get a entire product vis-a-vis the ROI and the vis-a-vis the FLDG model?
Yes, we can share that, but it will be on an individual basis because currently the initial proposal was to do an IGL product. But what we understand in this webinar is that there is a lot of appetite for lab and some secure loan and individual loan. But we can definitely, you can share your details with us, with our people. Our people will come back to you guys, and definitely we can have a discussion individually as well.
Okay, okay. Because very honest speaking, sir, nowadays the enter the microfinance, the market and the RBI, policy rules and regulations are very stringent. So it's better always to have a secure product on your kitty. So the offerings to the field and market, it is like that. The demand also is like that. So getting a secure product. So we are keen to have a secure product in our BC relationship, if at all we have with Muthoot and Asha.
Yeah, Shubhra, we already told that on the secured product, we look at LAP and gold loan. So these are the two secured loan at this point. we are looking at, and definitely we can have a discussion with you guys and understand what is the product dynamics and FLDG thing. So
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
And you can go for unsecured microfinance loans also, I hope.
yes, that's the
That is
unsecured.
for
What the question is, unsecured microfinance loan.
Microfinance loans, yes.
That's the group loan you're referring to, no, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Group and in group individual also. As per our practice, we do individual also in a group, but the borrower must be the member of the group.
You member of the group, but as an individual.
That means SHG group, SHG, self-help group.
No, SHG at this point we are not targeting. We are looking at JLG model, or if it is individual loan, completely individual loan, yes. Then go on the secured product. But the proposal is for LAP and gold loan. So not an SHG product. We as an NBFC, we cannot do an SHG thing.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
So in present situation, getting 5 members, everybody is started for 5 members in the JH group, but we are telling it to be 8 to 10. Is there any possibility to get it to, or it will be restrict that we should have 8 members?
No, so we look at long term, sir. At this present moment, I do understand the rejections are high. People are wanted to have 5, but our policy says it's 8 because we look at long term. Maybe at this point, conversion would be less, but looking at long term, we should insist for a minimum of 8 member.
Hello.
Yes.
So what will be a rate of interest for a gold loan?
So that is what I said, sir. We need to look at what the end price you are wanted to charge to the customers. So we in gold loan we have multiple schemes. It starts from 20, it goes up to 28 also. So it's a different game. Gold loan, it's not a one fit for all. It's depends upon different schemes. So we need to look at what is the product or the end price you wanted to give it to the customer. Then we can discuss as it means based on that.
Okay. And an NBFC who is having a AUM of 100 crores, together we can build some product for farmers?
It will be a completely new product you are referring to.
Yes.
Maybe on a later point in time, sir, once we build a relationship, once we build a portfolio and see how it's performing, then definitely these are all part of partnership business. Once we build the confidence each other, yes, why don't we leverage on each other's strength and look at inventing products and process and strategies. But may not be on a initial stage. Once we have enough track record between us, then definitely.
So in gold loan also, we need a AUM of 50 crore?
Yes, sir. That's the minimum we look at.
Okay. So lesser than that, we cannot be able to eligible.
At this point, no.
Yeah, what is the minimum AUM is 50 crore?
50
Yes.
crore.
Yeah, this is entire own portfolio or part of inclusive of managed portfolio?
You managed AUM.
Yeah, entire managed portfolio, whatever it may be, own or managed, whatever it may, entire total portfolio AUM is minimum 50 crore we have to maintain.
Yes.
Thank you.
But when the gold loan, it is for pledge or it is for purchase of?
Sorry, Sundar sir, I not hear you.
We are talking about gold loan, sir. It's a loan against gold by way of pledging your branch or for purchase of gold.
It's loan against the asset, the jewelry, not for purchasing gold. If you have gold, they wanted to pledge that. That is the product we are looking at, the normal gold loan.
Yeah, what is the processing fees sharing to BC partner?
It is 1.5 to 2.5. That Casey?
Yes, 1.5 to 2 is what the present what we charge from the customers, and Out of that, the sharing would be also on the same 60 to 40 principle.
Actually, as of now, up to 50,000, there is no processing fees for JLG members.
No, that is for as per the RBI mandate. That's for the banks, not for NBFCs.
Not for NBFC. Okay. NBFC can collect processing.
Correct.
So once again, Shubhro here. So the AUM of 50 CR is referring, that is inclusive of the BC portfolio also, right?
Casey, you want to answer this?
Yep. So what we are, when we mentioned that 50 crore figure, what we wanted to be sure of is the company has grown and has like survived the initial like whatever challenges the organization and team would have faced, and the leaders have grown to manage a portfolio of 50 crores. So even if it includes the BC portfolio, we are okay. We are looking at the managed portfolio at 50 crore.
Understood. Yes, yes. The total AUM that includes the own as well as the managed portfolio, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Any NPA parameters are there?
Yes, but that would be like internal. We would not be able to like disclose those in this forum at present.
And so once again, the primary locations, like whenever we are forming an agreement, is a BC agreement. So the primary locations, whether we will be able to get it now or it will be shared only after the agreement. Which are the locations you are looking after, Muthoot? So it will be after the agreement being executed, or even now also one to one it can be shared.
It's based on your strength and your appetite where you need to build the portfolio. Then it's also based on our requirement where we wanted to build a portfolio. So it will be based on one-to-one discussion. So this webinar, the idea is to showcase our proposal to all of the members that we wanted to have partners. So once if you have interest, then definitely we will have an in detail discussion to understand where you wanted to build, what is your strength, what is your technology using. So I think these are things we can definitely take it one-to-one, and we already shared the numbers and the emails in the presentation. Maybe in the chat box also, Casey, you can share the details. So please feel to reach out to us after this webinar also. We will be sharing more details. We can have a detailed discussion as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
If no more questions, Sangeeta, I think we can conclude this.
Yeah. Any more question? If you have any question also, you can just write to us or write to Casey, Krishna Chandran, Muthoot. The contact details were shared. You can write always. Yeah. Can you show? Yeah. So please note down the contact details of Manoj and Krishna. Your detail also will
Yeah,
be.
I'm just typing it out.
Krishna is very famous in the circuit.
His contact is not everyone, so no need to share it separately.
Udit sometimes comes in the picture. He does the things from background. This Sadaf and this Krishna, they are very famous face. But anyway, it is very
leadership.
Sorry, you may be getting some sounds from background. This one meeting of Minister of Rural Development. Anyway, but it is very timely. Krishna, thank you Muthoot team to understand this one and devise this one. Many institutions will be aided by you. We are really looking forward. And we have already talked to NABARD, this model that Muthoot is doing this one as a BC, and they're also very interested. Once the things, get into shape, definitely I will bring you people It's amazing. Thank you for that one. Thank you for thinking this one and devising this.
Thank you. Thanks a
Thank
lot
you,
for the
Esteban, for that
opportunity
kind words.
given to us to present this, Dr. Saibal, Sangeeta, everyone from Southern team, and all the participants who have come and share their valuable suggestions and questions. Thanks a lot once again. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Udish.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
team. And Sangeeta ji, thank you.